I don't have to feel anything about making dinner. And if I do, then I can listen to it. But if I'm not feeling anything, just make the dinner, right? I'm waiting for like the inspiration to come down so that I can
like the music has to be right.
What should I make? The lighting has to be right.
It's got to be the perfect recipe.
Sometimes you just need dinner. The Luminous Life podcast is a show all about beauty without the BS. We're beauty business OGs, and we know that the secret to looking good is feeling great. We'll question beauty standards and share the behind the scenes of running a beauty business that puts your beauty first. Is it too late to say Happy New Year?
No, it's still January. It counts.
Happy New Year, Marcella.
Happy New Year, Erika.
How the heck are you feeling? Is it feeling like a new year for you?
It is. It's feeling a little bit different. I'm a little excited about the new year.
Ooh.
I have hopes for 2026.
Tell.
I know everybody sees this, right? Like we're shedding the skin and it's the year of the horse. And
Wait, I don't know that everybody sees that. I feel like that got super, super popular at the end of 2025. So
yeah, they are saying that 2025 was the year of the snake. So you're shedding all, old beliefs or things that no longer serve you. And then 2026 is the year of the horse. So you're supposed to move forward and it's like new beginnings and all outward things. Yeah.
I kind of love that.
Right?
All right. So you're feeling hopeful for the new year. That's very good. I
am. And I'm bringing it in differently.
How so?
I'm letting January be slow and quiet.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And not judging myself for it. How about you?
Well, I think what you're saying is interesting because I think most of the time people go into the new year, right, like trying to take like the bull by the horns.
Oh, I love a New Year's resolution. I love Lent. I love any opportunity where I have to cut myself off from something.
Yeah, I know. You love a discipline.
Yes.
You love a...
Honestly, I don't want to go there today because we'll go down a different rabbit hole. It's probably some form of punishment, but like... we won't go there. But yeah, I'm one of those people that's like, let's do it. Let's start today.
And are you starting something today?
No.
I love that. Why?
Yeah. I'm looking at January as the whole month is kind of my New Year's Eve. So like what going forward do I want to change? Like that's why slow and quiet. Like I'm not going to immediately, I've never been the one to be like, let me go start hitting the gym. But like whatever that intention is that I'm going to set for the year, I'm taking the whole month to kind of feel it out and what feels right and how am I going to do it and take the pressure off.
I don't know if it's like the unbelievable amount of like social media that I've seen over the past, 10 years where it talks about like following the seasons and right, like January is dark and it's cold and it makes us slow down. But I think that there's like a quality to January that I'm sometimes like so tired from December that I just like kind of want to give up. But I like this idea of like slowing down, but not disengaging, like thoughtfully choosing how to slow down and thoughtfully choosing what to like involve myself in instead of, get in the gym, 100 squats a day, my God, I've been doing like 10 squats a day. Imagine if I did 100. I'm so sore.
I wouldn't live to tell the story.
No. But I think that there is this general coming into this new year. I don't feel like people are going into it like loud, like normal.
No, I agree. I even feel like the way people here at Luminous have been saying they spent their New Year's, like most people were home. Yeah. Which is new.
All right. So talk about that. What are the kind of things that you're hearing from the Luminous lobby?
Just mostly the plans over the holidays were very chill. Yeah. And that's kind of continuing into January. I'm not hearing any like crazy newness. What about you? I know you've been popping in. You've been chatting with people.
Yeah, I've been popping in. I've been chatting with people. I've also been pretty open in the newsletter I send, the Sunday Pause.
Yeah, Erika, let's talk about it. It's real.
Maybe I was a little too honest.
No such thing.
I think that we have a need as a culture to kind of put like a bow on things, right? To be like, I'm having a bad day, but tomorrow will be a new day.
But why? Why do we do that? Why do you think?
I mean, I think it helps us feel better, right? I think sometimes I'm finding the older I am that the art of life in terms of like friendships or relationships, things like that, is being able to handle those uncomfortable moments. Like, yeah, I'm not really feeling it right now. And
Period.
let it sit. I think you're really actually very good at this, Marcella. You're really good with letting people sit with their feelings, whether they're negative or positive or neutral or whatever. You're really, really good at that. But a lot of people are like, yeah, you're not feeling it now, but you might feel better tomorrow.
Right.
There's a discomfort within the person who's like listening or
Yeah.
sharing the space with, kind of thing.
And I think that all comes from a good place, right? Like, people don't want to see someone else in pain or uncomfortable.
Yeah.
So they just want it to pass. But I just want to remind everyone, like, feelings aren't forever.
That's right.
Like, let them pass. How
right.
many times have you seen me, my feelings and my emotions switch probably every 15 minutes? You know what I mean?
Yeah. But I think to the point about like the email, the Sunday pause that I sent, that people were like, hey, Erika, are you okay? Like,
Did you get a lot of that?
oh, yeah. I mean, I think I got a lot of, I got two things. A lot of people saying, thank you for saying it.
I love
and
it.
that's the reason why we have the conversations that we have. And that's the reason why I try and be as vulnerable as I possibly can in the Sunday pause or in conversations with women, because I think there's so many unspoken rules of like, oh, we're supposed to be optimizing our lives in January, or we're supposed to be going 28 days for a new habit or whatever. But for me, it felt very important to tell the truth that it's like, hey, I'm not feeling it. And I don't think there's anything different between December and January. And there's a very good possibility that, I'm entering into another tough year, and I'm just going to kind of like let that be. And I'm not going to muscle it into trying. I was trying. I was like, where are my poetry books? Where are all my favorite writers? Where is everything? Because I need to be inspired. But I think in saying, I'm not going to try so hard, I'm just going to focus on what's in front of me, I think it liberated a lot of people. A lot of people said, thank you for writing, that kind of stuff. And thank you for being honest. But a lot of people were like worried and are like, are you okay? But to your point, feelings are always in motion, right? Like I could be feeling like this now, and tomorrow morning I could feel like I've got the world in the palm of my hands, right? So,
and it's up to you to see how you want to, take on each day.
I mean, I think so. I think one of the things that we want to do more, we've talked about here on the podcast, is take all these like sort of unspoken rules of the I think especially that women get messaged most of the time, and like give voice to them and say, wait, but do we actually believe this? Do we actually need 28 days to a new habit in January? Like, do we actually need to optimize our life? What are we actually doing? What kind of life do we actually want to live, as opposed to the life that we're being told we have to do? Start taking your supplements. Start, doing 10 squats and 20 Kegels and, all those things. I think there's more room for discernment this year.
I agree. I think it's less of the question of what more can I be doing, and just how can I be more real?
Yeah.
And whatever that looks like, whatever each person's truth is. And for you in that Sunday pause, I think there was a lot of truth of like, I don't know what the next 6 months are going to look like. They don't feel great. And I'm not going to pretend like they don't, and just feel it. So I'm glad you did share that. And I'm glad that it hit,
Yeah.
with a lot of people.
But I am okay. Just going through a tough time, I think that there's also these like rules that we give ourselves that like you said, like you love Lent, you love to get rid of something,
weird.
you love to restrict yourself for a
weird.
minute. Like there's also these like rules that I feel like I have to break within myself, which is like if I'm resting, that must mean that I'm not ambitious.
Do you feel like that?
Or if I'm resting, that must mean I have nothing. Yeah. Again, I want to look at that because I don't know if I know it's cultural in my family. I don't know if it's cultural in my culture, but I feel like rest is earned in the way that I was kind of brought up in the world, but I don't think that that's true. I don't think that rest is earned. I think we all deserve rest.
Yeah, I think For me, it's like rest is lazy. I think that was the message. If
Yeah.
you're resting, there's always something you could be doing. It's funny that we had similar messages. So are you resting now?
Yeah, and I'm actually, so one of the things that I'm really playing with in this new year is, for so many years, I felt like I had to feel everything. I felt like I had to feel like working or feel like cooking, or how do I make myself feel like whatever, making dinner,
so
whatever, all that
interesting.
stuff. And I'm taking that pressure out of it. And this actually stems from a conversation that I had with my cousin Josh, I want to say probably 4 or 5 years ago, where I was talking to him and I was like, how do you get yourself to like work out? He's like, you just do it. He's like, you don't, he was like, you don't think about it. I'm like, I don't feel like it. He's like, yeah, I don't feel like it either. But I also don't feel not like it. I just do it because it's something that has to get done. And I think I've been marinating that conversation for at least 5 years. And now I'm like, there are things that I have to get done. And those things are exercising, eating 3 healthy meals a day, and resting. And so I've just been a little bit more protective of those things and more intentional, and not like, do I feel tired? No, it doesn't matter if you don't feel tired. If you feel tired or not, you have to rest, Erika.
That is so interesting. I didn't know that about you. You need the feelings. You need it to feel right to do it. Otherwise, it's off the table.
Yeah, I mean, I'm such a feelings person that I think when something doesn't feel good, I'm like, oh, it's not for me. Like I take it as like a sign that it's not for me.
That's so interesting.
But I don't know that that's the
True,
case.
right.
Yeah. And I think that also I don't have to feel something every minute of the day. Not that I'm going unconscious, not that
Right.
I'm like avoiding it, but like I don't have to feel anything about making dinner. And if I do, then I can listen to it. But if I'm not feeling anything, just make the dinner, right? I'm waiting for like the inspiration to come down so that I can,
Like the music
like,
has
what
to be
should
right.
I make? The lighting has to be right. Like
It's got to be
all
the
the
perfect
things.
recipe.
Sometimes
Yeah.
you just need dinner.
Yeah,
Sometimes
yeah,
it's
yeah.
a soup and a salad.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's, it's not a big deal. But I tend to.
What a better way to live, though, if I'm being honest.
I mean, it's exhausting.
Yeah, true.
Because then if you don't feel like doing something, then it's like, why don't I feel like it? What do I need? Maybe I need new music. Maybe I need to read a book about it. No, I think I'm honoring the feelings that I have by not being overly dramatic in every feeling that I have.
I love
if that makes sense.
Yeah, I think I'm on the opposite end of like, I'm not thinking about what it feels like to do the mundane things. Like I want to bring feeling into it so it feels a little bit better. You know what I mean? I'm not like, oh, does it feel right to make a dinner right now? Does it feel right to go for a walk? I'm just like, okay, like that's what I have to do. And then I do it. But I kind of want a little bit more of what you have of.
I mean, you don't even know. I have to set a scene for myself in whatever I'm doing. So whether it's I need to fill out like an Excel spreadsheet, like the lighting has to be right.
Cute pens? You need like a little notebook next to you, no?
It's not even like a cute thing. Like the light has to be right. Like I have to be at the right table. I have to be like, I have to have my computer and my notebook out. Like I just have to set all these scenes up. And sometimes that gets in the way of
just doing the task.
And prolongs a task that is just like punch the numbers into the spreadsheet.
Yeah,
you don't have to be romantic about it, Erika. But I do like really love the romanticism.
Yeah, don't lose it.
But like in friendships, in my relationship, in how like the romanticism between people, right? Like I want to spend more of my time being, I want to say like romantic with friends. That sounds weird, but like just being extra caring and being extra tuned in.
Put the feelings with the people instead of the tasks.
Instead of the, like, why do I have to be romantic about working or working out or whatever?
Okay.
Some things just, we don't have to have a choice about. We just got to do it.
Yeah, I agree.
I feel like we're also like in this whole like decision fatigue place all the time. I don't know about you, but I find myself watching less Netflix and scrolling less just because I can't make the decisions anymore. Don't ask me to click another button or to put in another password or to like, did I like it? Did I not like it? Is this something that I'm interested in seeing? I don't want to see anymore. Like, there are things that are like being asked of us so long and so much. And I'm hearing that from the women in the Luminous lobby that like they don't want people to ask them so many questions. Like they're obviously everybody has families and all of that, and we have to participate in the logistics of life and all of that. But like to every time you're sitting on a screen or you're chilling out, like watching TV and even the TV's asking you questions. Like, I think that there's like a general kind of fatigue about that. And it's not that they don't know the answers. It's just that like we need fewer, better questions, if that makes sense.
Yeah. How do we get that though? In a world where there's constantly choices I mean, we've never lived in a world where there's been more options for every single thing. So
no, and I realize how that gets in the way of things too. Like, you know, I wanted to get like a jacket for Christmas. The mental torture that I put myself through with which jacket. Is it the right jacket? Is it from the right store, the right brand? How am I going to find out? Who are the people that I should ask? Like, it turned this thing that could maybe start to finish take an hour into like a days long process. And where's your jacket from? And what's your jacket from? And this like quest for the right thing, because we have to choose from a million different jackets. It like wasn't as fun. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
And like that, there are so many examples of that in my life.
No, I totally relate to that, because anytime I have an opportunity to choose something, I'm stuck.
Yeah.
I'm so indecisive, period.
Yeah.
I've always been. And one thing I'm telling myself is the first thing doesn't have to be the right thing. Because I get, the same thing. Should I order this or should I order this? Whichever one I get, I'm just going to pick one. And if it's not right, I'll just return it and get another one.
So do you research things?
It depends on what it is. If I care about it, yes. If I don't care enough about it, I'll like make someone else choose for me, if I'm being honest.
I think that's like the other thing, like the research that goes into, I will research something to.
You do.
Oh my God, to the death. Or I know somebody to ask for it and they're going to give us the right answer and all that. I will take something that is simple and turn it into something complicated, and that's just I'm sort of like done with that.
But how are you done?
Right
like, what are you doing differently?
I'm trying to keep things into perspective.
Okay.
Right, where it's like, it's a jacket, Erika.
Right.
It's not a college.
Right.
It's not a surgery.
Right.
Like, it's a jacket. Just get her a jacket kind of thing. And I'm trying to like not fall for like everything that everyone's trying to sell, right? Like we've been talking a lot about menopause here in the store and all that. Now that's such a huge business. There's not a day that goes by where I'm not like, maybe I do need those supplements because that person on the Instagram told me that I needed the supplements. Like, I more than ever am so into what real people are saying. Real people meaning the people in front of me.
Right.
Like, not the people on my screen.
Right.
Like, the people in front of me, the people in the Luminous lobby, my friends. Like, what are you seeing? What are you thinking? What do you want? I want to be, again, that word comes up, more discerning and not necessarily, there's a time in life where I wanted all the options. I'm so tired of all the options. I just want to be more discerning about the questions that I ask and the things that I engage in.
I mean, how many times have you made a purchase or followed something online? You got it and you were like, never touched it again. Or you're like, why did I get that? That was so useless.
You know what really is bothering me about the online thing? I have never been a social media shopper. I never shopped from Instagram shop. I never shopped from TikTok shop. Something changed for me this year. And I think I bought 3 things from like the combination of those 2 sites. They're still not friggin' here. Yeah. And I ordered them in November. I'm like, I got so duped.
Yeah. Well, the best is when you buy it and then you forget about it. And then it shows up and you're like, oh, I ordered this? I didn't even need this. I forgot I ordered it.
I literally ordered Christmas decorations in the middle of November. And I just got them like last week, 2026. I'm like, all right, put them in the bin.
So annoying.
I know it's annoying, but it's like they got me. They got me to shop on these freaking apps, and I really was like holding out.
I've never. Am I lying? I don't think I've ever bought anything off TikTok Shop. Maybe one thing, but I don't shop. I just like go to the websites and shop.
You're a good shopper, though. Yeah, I was going to say.
It's not. I don't think it's a good thing, but.
All right. So speaking of shopping, and I know that like you love to do like your restrictions, right?
I do.
What are you restricting from currently? Tell the people.
Coffee.
It's like savage. Why, Marcella?
Okay, hold
Why?
on. There's a whole story for it. I'll keep it really simple.
Okay.
I got sick, and just coffee when you're sick is not it. I started drinking tea. Finally felt better. I was like, all right, back to the coffee. And I could feel my heart beating out of my chest 2 hours after drinking my coffee. And I didn't realize it. I was like, why am I so anxious? This is so weird. Whatever, I'm driving. I'm like, okay. I'm like, oh, I had coffee. Okay, let me go back to tea. Had tea for a couple days, was fine. I was like, I miss coffee so much, but I need the caffeine. So I'm like, no, I'm going to wait until the weekend. Had my cup of coffee. And again, my fucking heart.
No
I
way.
was like, this doesn't feel good. This isn't good. And ever since then, I'm like, I'm going to lean into the tea. I've always loved matcha, so that's not hard for me. I do like matcha. And
So you can have caffeinated tea and matcha.
And my heart does not react. I feel
that's so
completely fine. I'm
interesting.
not anxious.
I don't know if even if you did so, you probably didn't understand because Glory made a TikTok. And Glory was serious in this TikTok. She made a TikTok about, she's like, I am not about to let anything control me in this life. But the thing that controls me in this life is coffee. And it's all in Spanish. She was, when she gets like speaking Spanish, she's very serious, right? So she was like, I'm not about to let coffee control me in this life. So she's also, I think, restricting from coffee. I just think
I have to talk to her about it.
I think you have to.
Yeah, that's my restriction right now.
So what are you indulging in? Because if we're restricting in one area, where are you indulging in another area?
That's a great question.
Like, are there any like rituals that you're protecting or like leaning hard into?
I'm going to say I am protecting my Sundays.
Oh.
And I know everyone calls like a day that you do nothing like a rot day. I don't love that. I'm going to say it's a rest day. I am probably one of the very few people that love the Blue Laws in Bergen County. That the stores
I
are
love the
closed.
Blue Laws.
Oh, okay.
So I think oh my God, I feel
might
like
get
we
a
just
little-
said it.
yeah.
And we're saying it, and this podcast goes on YouTube. We are going to get lit on fire.
I know. I love that the
Me
stores
too.
are
I
closed.
love the Bergen County Blue Laws.
Yeah,
I'm all
if you
about
really
that.
need something, you can go to a different county or you can buy it online. But it just preserves my Sundays. I love a restful Sunday.
And you could call me delusional, but I can feel a Sunday, right? Like,
Yes, I agree.
I'm like, maybe I can feel a Sunday because it's the Blue Laws and there's not as many people on the roads and there's not people in stores or whatever. But I do love that peaceful Sunday energy.
Yeah, I'm trying to protect that and make it more of a ritual instead of just a rot day. What about you?
I got to tell you, I have been indulging in, I saw this exercise on Instagram, somatic. I'm going to say it wrong because I still don't totally understand somatic. So I'm going to say it wrong.
Okay.
But like it's a somatic exercise for relieving grief. And it's a mixture of like breathing and like rubbing your chest and holding your heart and all of that. And I was in a bad way when I saw that exercise and I stopped everything that I was doing and I did it. And I felt so much relief from the breathing and the rubbing my heart and the breathing and the, shaking it out and all of that I am going to indulge in the description of somatic anything. I keep going back to that exercise. And I keep doing it. And even if I'm not feeling sad or whatever, it just feels good. And I'm indulging in this connection with my body to actually allow myself to feel the things that I'm going to feel throughout my body instead of just like shutting down and moving forward.
Did you cry? A lot of times it brings out like tears when you're like releasing through somatic exercise.
It didn't. It made me feel so comforted.
Oh, I love that.
It was, I have to send it to you so that like you can keep it and, you know, we can link it in the show notes and all of that too. It felt so comforting, but it was like, oh, I'm taking care of myself. It wasn't like.
And in a different way, right?
Yeah,
because we never do
totally
it that way.
No. It was almost like if like me handing myself like a nice blanket and handing myself a deep breath. It was so nice. So I'm going to be indulging in that kind of exercise and ritual.
I've done different types and I've had different reactions.
Of somatic things?
Yeah.
So where do you find them?
TikTok.
Okay.
TikTok's where I find everything.
Okay.
I've cried sometimes.
And somatic really just means the connection with the body?
Body, yeah.
Okay.
Without the mind. I think that's the key. You're not like thinking you're just rubbing. You're just stretching, moving your body in certain ways and it's releasing. Yeah.
You're just feeling.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's what I'm indulging in. And I'm also indulging in not taking on a new hobby, a new project, a new, like anything like that. I'm just like, some years we just gotta be.
Right. Well, I think part of my like January stretching it out and making it slow, I know one of my intentions will be to join something in the new year.
Okay.
I don't know what that is, and I don't have to figure it out today. Do you know what I mean?
Okay.
But that's one of the things.
Okay.
Join a community or a club or a class or something.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to what we're doing here in the next few episodes because
Tell the people, what are we doing?
yeah, we're having our first recurring guests. We're having Lara, our therapist, back on. So she's going to teach us about living a curated life and a discerning life. And we're going to have Michelle Santana, our resident psychic medium, on, who's going to talk to us about like some themes, you know, astrological themes. I think what we're doing is that we're going to encourage each other and ourselves and our audience to like just listen to ourselves differently. I think a lot of people are sick of what the outside world is telling us and kind of want to go inward with our thoughts and feelings and questions.
It's going to be great.
Well, Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
I am looking forward to a year where maybe we're not trying to be more, but we're trying to just be more aligned.
I love that. Say it one more time.
I'm looking forward to a year where we're not just trying to be more, but we are trying to be more aligned. Less consumption, more discernment, less chaos, more intention. Looking forward to it.
Me too. It sounds lovely when you say it like that.
Okay. We'll keep saying it.
Thank you for listening to the Luminous Life podcast. If you're in North Jersey and looking for beauty that feels like therapy, come visit us at the store. You can always follow us on your favorite podcast app or check us out on YouTube.